2025, K-pop demon hunters took the world by storm. Everyone was singing Soda Pop, and Golden swept many music awards in a way that few other songs had done before. Young and old alike were under its spell. A group of demon slayers turned K-pop idols. A rogue boy band who turns out to be demons. Sign me up. But what if I told you that the far-fetched world of Rumi and her gang was not as far away as one would believe? So, let's talk about it. I am a fangirl. I have always been a fangirl. Supernatural, Buffy, Harry Potter, One Direction, and most recently, BTS. Yes, the pipeline is real. And while there isn't anything inherently wrong about being a fan of something or someone, there is a distinctive line where a healthy fascination can become an unhealthy obsession. BTS has a very popular song titled Pied Piper. And in Pied Piper, it talks about this distinction. The translation reads, "Follow the sound of the pipe, follow this song, it's a bit dangerous, but I'm so sweet." The Pied Piper is a figure in Greek mythology most commonly referred to as Pan. Pan was a mythological being who would lure young women to either their death or the death of themselves. Pan would lure young women into the forest using his song. There, he would devour them body and soul. In some iterations of the tale, he is a horrible monster who ruins young women, while in some iterations, he is more like a Mother Nature figure. But the wildness is the point. Once you're enthralled, like the song says, there's no getting away. In Namjoon's verse, he states, "Now stop watching and study for your test. Your parents and director hate me anyways." Video, clips, pictures, tweets via Bon Voyage. I know you can't help what you like. But stop, interpret the music video later. You have so many pictures of me in your room anyway. It's not just 1 hour, it's a whole year that'll disappear. Because you have found paradise. And this is what happens when obsessive types like myself find something new to be interested in. I don't think I've ever very casually liked anything. I am very intense. When I like something, I really, really like it. Now that can be for a day or a week or a month or a couple months or whatever it happens to be, or it can be one that kind of extends further than that. You know, every piece of fan fiction, I have to read it or write some myself, as I used to do before I've changed up on that. And there will be a video coming about fan fiction in the very near future. It feels good to be interested in something. It's good to, watch every football game or to get up early to watch something on TV. The line between regular and unhealthy begins and ends with the fan.
Oh my god, look at this picture of Alino. Oh my god, he looks so good, my man. He's my man.
As a young woman, I was really into One Direction. The time when I became a fan, I was working at Walmart. I was going back to school. It was really kind of slow because I was having to pay for everything myself without getting out a student loan. And I felt really stuck. I was stalled. And in my stagnation, I found One Direction. And instead of living the best life that I could with my circumstances, I latched on to them and found refuge in them. My breaks, I was watching One Direction funny moments, was listening to their songs on my commute there and back from work. Fans are so creative. They have so much material so that when you're new, it's just like you're being like awash. It's just like you've jumped into a pool and you can't find your way out. And it's almost like you don't want to because you're enjoying just kind of that feeling of newness. I was relying on something other than God. God doesn't guarantee that you're going to have anything that you want in life. He's not a genie, but he is very honest. Nowhere in the Bible are you promised a life of glamour, excitement, wealth, luxury. If anything, we are told that suffering for the Lord is a good thing. Being able and willing to suffer for the kingdom is something that will yield heavenly results, that we should revel in persecution for his name's sake. But in a time when I felt that I was in a never-ending waiting room, I didn't want realism, I wanted escapism. That is what fandom can become if you are not in a healthy mindset. Today, I think that I can engage with media in a healthier way because my happiness is not found in the fandom, it is found in Christ. It is found in the fact that God sees me, that God knows me, that He's, chosen me and He's called me by name. Now that I'm in the K-pop world, this is something that is really important, and it's good for me to be able to engage in a healthy way.
Pay attention closely. Do you see it? What in the golden calf is happening here? See that girl's reaction? I feel that. And I'm so glad I'm not the only one who feels this way.
I'm sure we have all seen these types of fans. These types of unhealthy fans are fans who genuinely feel as if they have a say in the lives of these idols. They feel as if they have a say in what songs are put onto the album, or they jump people in the comment section for having a disagreement about something that they think or believe. There are people who genuinely believe that these idols or the life that they have or being with them is something that is going to complete them or heal them in some form or fashion. Now, back in the day, did I have a very serious crush on Louis from One Direction? Yes, I did. But it is fans like this, fans who stand outside of Jungkook's house. And it's not the fact that you really want to be with Jungkook. You really want the security, the fame, the wealth, whatever it is, the power, the position that comes with being with someone like that. It's not that you want the person because you don't know who that individual really is. Kind of online space, everything is so carefully crafted to depict an image that keeps us fascinated, that keeps us on the line, that parasocial dynamic where when someone goes on live or they go on, you see a video and it feels as if you are right there with them, that you are right there connected with them, and not that you are one in a mass of like thousands. And that feeling is being fostered by these companies, but is also our kind of duty to rationally step aside and say, hey, I'm just a fan. I don't know who this human being is. Maybe I just want something that they have.
Just because you like a couple of personality traits from a K-pop idol does not mean that you like or know them as a person. People just do this for celebrities too. Like a video of Kylie Jenner and her daughter came up on my For You page, and there was a comment that was like, Kylie's such a good mother. And I was like, you're assessing how good she is as a mother from a 15-second video? These parasocial relationships. No.
I think it's important to take stock of your life as it is and to realize that these superstars are just people. They are just human beings who are inherently flawed like everyone else. I think it's important to kind of step away, even for just a short period of time, and realize that nothing has changed. You didn't buy that album. You didn't go see that movie. And what has changed for that person? Nothing, because they are not reliant on you, but you have a over reliance on them, and that is seriously unhealthy. So I think even taking a break for a day, you didn't like that photo, you didn't watch that video when it premiered, I think that separation is a net positive. Another thing I would suggest is taking a break from the fan fiction, especially the self-insert fan fiction. And that is what a lot of this is, because it makes you feel as if you're kind of invested. And I think if you find yourself, and this is a call out, if you find yourself reading constant fan fiction or constantly being online or constantly looking at photos, really genuinely take a break from the fan fiction. Take a break. I know it's fun and it's campy and you want to support writers, but if you're kind of over relying on it or you're reading it as you go to bed like every single night, I think it's time to take a break from that space. You have to end the dopamine cycle. You have to end it. You have to end the dopamine cycle. It's okay to be bored. It's okay. You must also strengthen your real life bonds with your family and friends. I think when a lot of us resort to fandom and fandom culture and this kind of like unhealthy way of living, I think it's because we feel as if we are isolated from those around us. But I think that it is far more common and far more possible and probable that there are people in your life that have the same interests as you, that like the same things, that want to do the same hobbies. And I think it's just a matter of talking to them and discovering those things. I mean, how many of you genuinely can tell me where your mother went to high school or who your father's childhood best friend was? And that's because we don't talk to each other. Like we live in these households together and we don't communicate with one another the way in which that we should. Instead of focusing on an idol who you are getting these rushes of dopamine from, focus on God, who loves you, who supports you, who's always there for you, who you can commune with and talk with at any time. Focus on the real people in your life and know that you are blessed. Know that you are welcome, that you do belong in the greater sphere of life. Because in the end, your relationship with God is the only relationship in your life where all of your needs can be truly met. So, embrace it.